Hey, thank you so much for having us out to
Sure.
your amazing workshop. Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having us out. We're
Sure.
excited to see what you've done and what you've created, and of
Yeah.
course how you're heating it. This is like craftsman style.
It's funny because I have this natural fir floor, vertical grain fir
Right.
in the floor. You don't see this very often. There's lots of dents and dings in it now. So anyway, that was kind of one of the splurges, and people actually for a while, like before I filled it up with stuff, you know, it was all perfect, and like people would take their shoes off.
So this is about 20 by 20, 400
Yep.
square feet,
Yep.
right? When it came to like time for heating, what were your options?
So the first thing I thought, well, I'm going to put a little corner stove in here.
Sure.
And then I started looking at the cost of a tank,
Yeah.
because it's propane up here, the tubing, and then how much room is it going to take? And with 400 square feet, if you lose, 10 or 12 square feet, that's a lot.
Right.
That's this whole corner. So then I started, what else can I do? And I went online, I think, and I don't know how I came up with heating green, but I saw you guys, looked at your things, and then went in and talked to you.
Right.
And it was perfect. I mean, look at them. You can't even see that they're really there. You don't notice them.
Yeah, white on white.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a cool. I've taken pictures of just the ceiling and with the lights and the. Anyway, it's pretty trick just looking at it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they work great. It just heats so evenly, and there's no fan blowing. Sawdust isn't a problem as far as combustion or anything, and they're just so clean. I really like how they just blend, and you don't really know what they are unless somebody tells you what they are.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's worked great.
Good.
It's been
That's
perfect
great.
for this application.
So the benches are warm, the tools are warmer.
Yeah,
like I said,
it's
there's
just
no noise.
It's so different. It's like you can, if you stand up, you can feel the heat. It's like standing in the sunshine.
Those are 2x4, 750 watts, and they're
Yeah.
about 250 degrees apiece.
250 degrees, yeah.
Yeah, they're warming up the right under them and everything surrounding them. So
Yeah, yeah. It's a very unique heat. I mean, it's like nothing that it's like you go out and stand by that window and you get warm.
because of the sun.
Same thing here.
Right.
You get into those.
That's
It's the same. Which is kind of why I put them how I did, because then no matter where, because you can see this is like the pathway where all the tools and working goes.
Right.
And so you're always never too far away from some sunshine. I turn it down about 55 at night,
Okay.
and then I come back in. When I'm in, I turn it up to 60 usually, and within 15, 20 minutes, I peel in my coat. And I like them because you don't know they're there.
Right.
They don't make any noise. Anyway, they're great.
Yeah. So you have a total of 4. That's come out 2 1500 watt space heaters,
Mhm.
but they're not taking up any usable space. There's no
Yeah.
chance of anything tipping over
Yep.
and consuming dust or any. Have you spent any money on maintenance?
On these?
Yes.
No.
Okay, great. So,
Yeah.
point out the obvious, there's
Yeah.
nothing to fix. So, goes
Yeah.
against the notion that people can think that heat rises. Well, warm air that rises.
Yeah.
So, little science for you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we're really grateful that it's been a great way to condition it.
Yeah.
That you use it often.
And to kind of never even knowing the technology was there, much less that it was made in Bellingham.
Right.
And electricians installed them, and they've been great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.